Hi, welcome to Things to Write Home About. I am outside. As you can see, I want to attempt to take a walk after the snowstorm, and I figured it's leg day because right now the snow is so deep. It's very deep that, like, I'm trudging through it. I have to pick my feet up like a foot high to go through the snow because we got 14 inches and it's still snowing. It's continuing to snow. I want to take a walk in the forest, but I don't know if I'm going to make it with all the snow. I might just have to do a quick loop and then head back because what the heck? Anyway, it's fun to be outside. Let me show you what the snow looks like as I walk through it. It's pretty wild. Okay, so we have some animal prints, some animal hoof prints in the snow, and these are my feet, right? This is how deep I have to go into the snow. I don't know if this is sustainable to walk through the forest, but clearly I need some snowshoes, and these ain't snowshoes, these are just simple hiking boots. But we'll see. I just entered the forest and I'm panting because the snow is so deep and I'm literally having to pick up my feet. I can see deer tracks also that are so deep that the deer is just running through the snow. Let me show you. Yeah, this isn't going to happen because what the heck? Whoa, this is so deep. Wow. You know what? There is absolutely no fault in trying and giving up. I give up because this is out of respect for Mother Nature. And I can hear the forest tell me to turn back because this snow is too deep. And even though the trail that I'm going on is pretty short, I wouldn't want to risk being caught in the forest during a snowstorm that's currently still going because it's still snowing. That's going to be crazy. And with how deep the snow is, and also because of the uncertainty of the trail, I would be really, really crazy to do it. So I respect you, Mother Nature. I love you and I thank you. And I am going to turn back because that's the right thing to do. I don't have the right shoes for snow shoeing. Look how deep the snow is. and it gets deeper in certain places in the forest. What? Literally as high as almost up to my knee. This is my knee, and that's the snow. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for my walk. Look at this. That's wild. Imagine stepping into that. What? Imagine stepping into that in the guise of taking a walk in the forest after a snowstorm. Whoa. This was a wild idea. I'm turning back to safety and warmth because the forest told me to do that. Just that. Turn back to safety and warmth. Wow, wow, wow. Everything is white. It's so pretty, but treacherous. Treacherous, treacherous, treacherous. So yes, that's my forest hike for today until the snow can melt and go down, because right now it's too high. I'm warm, but I don't want to take any chances. That would be silly of me. That would be so silly. My little footprints. Not so little in this deep snow. But yeah, that's me turning back and respecting Mother Nature. The beauty, though, the beauty. This is exactly the thing about Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is so beautiful and Mother Nature feeds us, but Mother Nature is also unpredictable and so mysterious, and you have to have a lot of reverence and respect for Mother Nature. You can't just go out and do things just because you feel like or you want to. You have to be prepared. You have to know what you're going into, because I didn't know what I was going into until I got here and realized that for me to trek through the forest would take me maybe 2 hours, where it would have taken me 30 minutes on a short trail, right? A short, quick trail. It would take me 2 hours right now because of how high the snow is. And do I want to do that? Not right now, because it's after 4 p.m. and the sun is almost setting. So I would be crazy. I mean, I'm pretty eccentric. I do brave and adventurous things, but this isn't going to be one of them, because I want to go back to warmth and hang out with my cat eat some good food, do some self-care, film a self-care video, and also post this one and work on the others that I have so far, and also on my ideas that I would like to materialize. So, yep. Okay, so this tree is going to be my tripod for now because I didn't bring a tripod and I didn't bring a microphone. Here goes. I'm going to walk through the snow just to demonstrate how deep it is right now and why I'm not making the silly decision of going into the forest with snow this deep if I don't have snow shoes on. That was a lot of fun. I made a snow angel. Let me show you the snow angel. So pretty. Hello, snow angel. Hello. And so fun. See how deep that snow angel is? I didn't even get to touch the ground. That's how deep the snow is. About 15 inches. More than 14 for sure. I am a lover of nature. I love nature so much because when I'm outside in nature, I feel vivacious. I feel uplifted. I feel like my inner child is feeling so much joy. I feel so joyous and happy, and I love being outside, even on a day like this. But what I have learned over time, over the years, is how important it is to respect nature, because nature can change at any time, and nature does what nature wants. We human beings, we can have all our ideas and build skyscrapers and bridges and all these things, right? And fly to the moon. But nature does what nature wants. And it's very important when dealing with nature and the elements to respect nature. In fact, it's healthy to have a healthy amount of fear for nature because anything can happen, which is why I'm not going into the forest this evening, especially this late. Even though I would love to, yeah, that's not happening right now. But I'm very happy that I get to be outside and that I get to take a walk around. I will go walk on the already plowed roads and trails and just hang out and have fun within safety's reach, within a nice confine where I can just scoot back to my warm room, go take a sauna after this brisk walk, and take some tea, put on some moisturizing oil on my skin, practice some self-care, you know. That's what I'm going to do. So, instead of tempting nature, I'm going to respect her, my mother nature, and vamos, head back home. Okay, I think my hands are getting cold already. And the best way to warm your hands, right, when your hands are cold, is to place them on your neck or your tummy to warm them up, because the breath doesn't really do that much with warming up the hands. So this is a pro tip. If you ever want to warm up your hands, if your hands are cold like mine are right now, you place them on your neck like this, with the palms facing out, and just hold them there for a while, maybe 2 minutes, and they start to warm up. This is the self-care tip for the day. How to warm your hands when they get cold. Quick way to do that. Actually, this is the safest way too, because if you are close to a heat source, right, and put your hands, your cold palms, onto the heat source, then you might risk getting, what's it called? So this is what I do when I need to warm my hands up. Either I do this, or if my belly is accessible, then I will put my hands on my belly. But right now, it's not, because I have layers and layers tucked in to my pants. So I can feel my hands getting warmer now and going back to base body temperature, which feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. sometimes too, right? If you can reach your underarms, then you can put your hands under your arms because that's pretty warm. That's like a natural heater right there. I'm thinking of like if you're cuddling with someone and they're cold, right? And you want to transfer some of your body heat to them to warm them up, right? You could just hold them under your arm like this, and then all that heat will just warm them up. And you can do the same for your hands. Okay, my hands are warm now. So I will put on my gloves, get dressed right, and then head back. Trek through the snow. I'm gonna make a new trail just because I can. Why not, right? Ooh. So my phone just fell into the snow because I was using this part of the trees, 2 trees, as a tripod. And look, it fell in the snow. I had to fish it out. Let me show you. Right there. I had to put my hand all the way in to get the phone. Okay, I will continue on my way. Mushroom logs. This is a really fun, easy tree to climb. I love climbing this tree and just hanging out. That's a perfect hammock right there. You can just lay there and chill. It literally is a winter wonderland. Look at that. Walking in the winter wonderland. Well, I'm back to civilization because there is a paved road right there, as you can see. And it only makes sense for me to walk into it. Okay, I fell in the snow, but I'm back home, so everything is under control. I am back. I made it back. So glad I didn't go into the forest because that would have been crazy. And this should make for a good vlog. Taking a walk outside after a snowstorm. Thank you for watching. Things to write home about. Until the next video. Bye-bye.